Let me tell you what we're not going to do. So what we're not going to do is look for some unsaturated product that's never been tested. We're not going to go and steal people's content, and we're not going to build a basic, niche or one product store that is not designed to maximize your average order value and your conversion rate.
The world of dropshipping is changing fast. With tariffs rising and trade wars intensifying, many are asking, is it still worth it to start or to stick with the dropshipping business? If you've ever wondered how tariffs could shape the future of this industry, and more importantly, how you can adapt, this video is for you. Tariffs are essentially taxes that are imposed by governments on imported goods. Tariffs are designed to protect domestic industries, which is a good thing, but unfortunately they can also have negative impact. It basically drives up the cost of products, which directly hurts your profit margins as a seller, and it also makes things more expensive as a consumer. For example, a 25% tariff on a $20 product adds $5 before you even factor in shipping or fees. And it's not just about the money. Tariffs often lead to longer shipping times due to customs inspections and compliance paperwork. And as we all know, customers are very impatient. They expect fast delivery, and these delays are just bad for everyone involved. Think about it. Imagine you're checking out with your neck massager or whatever product you have in your cart. You just annoyingly typed in your name, address, and credit card number, and now you're being asked to provide your tax ID or your social security number, and then you're asked to fill out customs forms, right? People are just gonna be like, forget it. So you may be wondering, why is this all happening right now? Well, it's because our government has decided to start cracking down on a loophole called the de minimis exemption. The de minimis exemption was originally created to save on enforcement costs to facilitate trade. The theory was that it was too much trouble to put low-value items through the normal customs and border protection procedures, and it made all transactions under $800 exempt from customs and tariffs. This allowed dropshippers and consumers to enjoy easy transactions and profits by avoiding tariffs and customs altogether. Now, this all became a problem when e-commerce giants, mainly from China like Temu and Shein, started to exploit this loophole. Because of them, e-commerce transactions that fall under the de minimis loophole have exploded from just 140 million transactions per year to now over 1 billion transactions every year. So many lawmakers argue that it gives an unfair advantage to these foreign sellers over our domestic businesses. So, if or when this loophole is reduced or removed, it's going to change things in a major way for dropshipping. And if you don't find ways to adapt, your business could end up falling by the wayside. So what does the future hold for dropshipping? It's clear that tariffs and regulations are coming, but that doesn't mean the model is dead. More than likely, I think it's just evolving. And so here are some things that you can do to adapt. First, diversify your suppliers and your markets. Explore suppliers in other countries like Vietnam, India, or Mexico, which often have lower or no tariffs with major markets. You can even look for suppliers in the US and avoid the hassle altogether. Your ability to diversify your sourcing is going to be key to staying competitive. You can also sell to different markets. A lot of sellers think that they need to sell in this huge market in America to make money, but it's important to understand how big each of these markets actually are. Even in a smaller market like in Germany, that's still plenty big enough to make some serious money. Another thing you can do to adapt to tariffs and higher cost environments is to look at your sales process. Look at your funnel, because in a high tariff and high cost environment, it's going to become critical to be able to pick the right products, meaning the most profitable products, and then also maximize your sales. So the two metrics that you would look at to improve would be your conversion rate and your average order value. And in order to do that, you have to be able to pick better products and get really good at designing your funnel. So I found someone online who's actually doing this, and his channel goes by the name of Mark Builds Brands. He seems like a super smart guy, and I think he's doing all the right things when it comes to drop shipping. So I'm going to share a small part of his video where he talks about how to pick the right products and how to build funnels the right way. Check it out.
So what we're looking for really is to find a product that is what most people would call saturated. And the way that I define this is specifically 300,000 to 500,000 visitors per month to their website, because that's how you know they're spending a reasonable amount on ads, where I consider they're typically doing around at least like 200 or 300K per month in monthly revenue. So what we're going to do is find a saturated product, but we're not going to sell it the same way as everybody else. We're going to find a saturated product and then sell it using an unsaturated angle. a different way to sell your product to a slightly different group of people. If you think about why people buy a product, not everybody buys it for the same reason. And we're going to take that same logic and apply it here. So let me actually show you. Open up an incognito tab and go to weather.com. Scroll all the way down to the bottom to the point where you see sponsored content. And these are what's called native ads. These are ads being shown to, as you can tell, very, very cold audiences. They have no idea who you are. And typically the click-through rates are very low. However, the CPMs are also very low. And so the first ad that kind of caught my eye here is this ad right here. And this is obviously a flexible shoe, barefoot shoe type product. And so I opened this store up here. And of course, I'm going to be wondering, okay, how much revenue are they actually doing? How many visitors are they driving to this particular landing page? And I'm actually going to see how many visitors are driving per month. And as you can see, they're doing a good amount of volume. These guys are doing over 500,000 visits every single month. So we can check that box and say, okay, this product actually is validated. Now what we need to do is sell this product using an unsaturated angle. What is the main angle that these guys are selling with, which is the weight loss angle and then the pain-free angle, but mostly it's going to be about the weight loss. And so what is another way that I can sell this product without using the weight loss angle? And so we're going to open Amazon and simply search barefoot shoes. It doesn't have to be a one-to-one of the product. I want to look for the one that has the most amount of solid reviews, right? And the first one that kind of caught my eye is this one right here. You can see there's 1,700 reviews. Obviously, this is like the identical product, but there's only 300 reviews. So a lot more reviews here. At this point, there's two ways you can go about this: a manual process and read all the reviews yourself, or we can use AI and technology to our advantage. So I actually have this extension installed up here that just exports all the reviews from Amazon. I'm going to upload it into ChatGPT, and we're going to cross-analyze what is it about this particular product that people are buying it for? What types of people are really buying this product? So I finished going through ChatGPT and I actually found one main angle that wasn't really tapped into with the previous product, and that is neuropathy. And neuropathy is a pain associated with your feet that is caused by nerves. And so this is an angle that we can actually tap into to sell this product. We're going to go after specifically foot pain, but neuropathy specific. So if we go back to our board here, we now have that product that is proven, it's validated, it's saturated, and we have this new angle, this new way of selling it. And so at this point, we're about halfway done. 99% of people are kind of running the same structure, meaning they'll have like an ad, let's say on Facebook or TikTok, then they'll drive that traffic to a standard product page built on Shopify, then they'll go to the checkout page, and as soon as they hit the checkout page, they will land on the thank you page. Now, this is kind of like the standard Shopify checkout process. Now, the problems with this particular method are a few fold. Number one, typically you'll have a pretty low conversion rate and a low AOV, right? A low average order value. And so the problem with this funnel is simply that it's really not built to sell. As soon as people get off of seeing an ad on Facebook or TikTok, they are immediately just slapped in the face with an offer, right? That's basically the equivalent of going on a date with a woman that you've never met before in your entire life. And as soon as you see her, the very first words out of your mouth are, hey, I'm Mark, do you want to go back to my place? Obviously, that's not going to be a very effective method. I want you to think of business in the same way. You're developing a relationship with your customers, and your funnel, like this process right here, should really reflect that. And so instead of running a funnel like this, we're going to do something a little bit differently, right? We're still going to have that same ad on Facebook or TikTok, wherever you're running traffic, but instead of going to a product page, we're actually going to go to something called a pre-sales page, such as an advertorial page. And the advertorial page, its job is basically to sell the product in a way that is non-invasive. Sell the product in a way that's almost hiding the sales process a little bit. It's positioned basically as an article that's written by a third party just promoting your product. And typically, just by the addition of this step alone, you can have a significant increase in your conversion rate and in your average order value. And so after the advertorial, instead of going to like a standard Shopify product page, we're going to go to a sales page. And the difference is a sales page is all about actually selling the outcomes of the product, not focusing so much on the product itself. So you can have a lot more customization, a lot higher average order value because you can bundle products together. And on Shopify, typically you can struggle to do that with a standard Shopify product page. And then of course, after the sales page, we're going to go to an additional page where people can actually purchase. All right. And that's going to be called the order page. Now, on this order page, we're going to have quantity discounts. We're going to have order bumps. We're going to have other types of upsells. We're going to have social proof. And so the conversion rate because of this page is going to increase. And with all these AOV boosters that I mentioned right here, it's also going to cause an increase in your average order value.
Okay, guys, so that strategy that Mark was sharing is what I consider the way dropshipping is done by professionals. In summary, the things that you can do as a dropshipper to adapt to the possible upcoming tariffs are: 1, diversify your suppliers and your markets, and 2, learn how to build better sales funnels. Following this strategy will lead to higher average order values and higher conversion rates, which at the end of the day means more sales. These are all going to become critical as a dropshipper once the new tariffs start kicking in. Gone are the days where you can find something on AliExpress, prop up a quick landing page, and make some easy sales. At the end of the day, the dropshipping business is changing. It's evolving, it's getting tougher and more complex. And if you want to win in this business going forward, you yourself have to get better as a dropshipper. Get better at finding and validating products, better at sourcing, and better at building funnels. So if you found this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments, what is your biggest challenge going forward in dropshipping in 2025? I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.